My dad took story time way too seriously, like Olympic level serious. Some of my earliest memories are sitting cross-legged on his floor while he sat in his special chair, reading picture books about animals, clouds, gremlins, whatever weird stuff he found. Every night. No skipping, ever. There was only one rule: don't get distracted. When I was little, he didn't care too much, but around age 9, if I so much as glanced at my arm because it was itchy, he'd snap his fingers and give me this intense stare. What would the uninvited guests think about this? I thought it was just some old saying, but he said it every time. And somehow, he always knew when my mind wandered, even when my eyes never left his. Eventually, he stopped reading books and made up stories himself. Stuff about werewolves learning hard lessons, kids scared of earthquakes, giants in the sky. But while the stories got stranger, he got stranger too. He'd bounce balls against the wall while reading, crank up the TV, or hide behind giant stuffed animals like he was testing me, and every time I slipped, snap. What would the uninvited guests think about this? Finally, I asked who they were. He smiled in this way that didn't look right. Too wide. "There's still time," he said. A few weeks later, he threw a huge party. I didn't recognize a single person there, but they all acted wrong. Some stared at our ceiling and slowly spun in place. A group just stood in our bathroom doing nothing. One guy climbed the stairs on all fours over and over. Then I saw the smiles. Too sharp, too red. I ran to my dad, terrified. He dragged me into his room, locked the door, and whispered, "It started." He sat in his chair and began a story called Patrick Bear and the Uninvited Guests. As he read, the guests pushed into the room and circled around me, whispering, taunting, trying anything to make me break eye contact with my dad. But I held on, right until my dad looked up, toward something hovering over him. His smile stretched in that same unnatural way. His voice shook. "I'm sorry, sweetheart, I had to look at your mother." He asked me to finish the story. Somehow I did. But eventually, they all went home, and Patrick Bear found peace and quiet again. Everything went still. The house was empty. When the cops found me days later, they said I had no family, no record, nothing. Like I'd never existed. For years, I thought I imagined it all. Until my wife died giving birth to our son, Michael. A few weeks later, a package showed up. A storybook, Michael Bear and the Uninvited Guests. Inside was a note. "We can't wait for the party. We'll bring all our friends. Love, Meredith, Mom, and Dad." Michael is almost 10 now, so every night we do story time. No skipping. No distractions. A ritual. And whenever he complains, I just ask him what my dad asked me. What would the uninvited guests think about this?